Welcome to the tranquil realms of our bedtime stories, where the worries of the day dissolve into the whispers of night and the magic of dreams awaits. Tonight, we invite you to embark on a journey unlike any other. A voyage through the heart of the vast, unforgiving desert to discover the Enchanted Oasis. As you settle in, let the comfort of your surroundings embrace you, your breaths deepen, and your thoughts lighten. Imagine the warmth of the sand beneath you, the vast expanse of the starlit sky above, and the gentle breeze that carries tales of ancient and magic, hidden wonders. Close your eyes, if you wish, and let the story unfold, guiding you through landscapes both mysterious and mesmerizing. With each word, allow yourself to drift further into relaxation, towards a place where hearing waters flow and a soul finds peace. Let the journey begin, as the desert night whispers secrets of courage, resilience, and the pursuit of dreams. May this tale be a gateway to a night of serene dreams and restful slumber. Welcome to the Enchanted Oasis. Chapter 1. The Desert was whisper. In the heart of the vast, unforgiving desert, under the relentless blaze of the midday sun, a solitary figure trudged through the endless sea of sand. The traveler, cloaked in robes frayed by time and colored by the dust of many lands, moved with the determination of one pursued by shadows. The desert, a merciless expanse, offered no respite, no shade, only the shimmering promise of mirages on the horizon. It was on the cusp of despair, when the sun's tyranny seemed most absolute, that the traveler saw a whisper of green against the stark, golden canvas of the desert. An oasis, or so it seemed, a vision of lush verdure, lighted by the dunes, a beacon for any soul lost amidst the sands. The tales of old spoke of such a place, an enchanted oasis, hidden from the eyes of the unworthy, where waters could heal any ailment of body or spirit. It was said that only those called by the oasis itself could ever hope to find it, and even then they must first prove their worth. Compelled by a mixture of desperation and hope, the traveler altered their course, steering towards the promise of salvation. Each step felt ordained, as if the sands themselves guided their weary feet. The desert, for all its hostility, seemed to part before them, leading the way, as the sun dipped low, painting the sky in hues of fire. The vision grew clear. Trees laden with fruit, palms swaying gently in a breeze that carried the sweet scent of water. The mirage called, whispering of rest and rejuvenation, of wounds healed and burdens lifted. Yet, as the traveler approached, the oasis shimmered and shifted, elusive, always just beyond reach. Doubt crept into the traveler's heart, whispering of deception. Was it merely a trick of the light, a figment of a sun-addled mind? Or was it something more, a test perhaps, set by the guardians of the oasis to deter the unworthy? Determined to find the truth, the traveler pressed on, driven by a need that went beyond physical thirst. It was a quest for redemption, for a chance to erase the scars of the past that weighed heavily upon their soul. Night fell, and with it, the desert transformed. The moon, a silver sentinel, cast its soft light upon the sands, revealing a path that was invisible under the glare of the sun. It was then, in the denitude of the desert night, that the traveler eyed, poised, carried by the wind, ancient and compelling, seeker. It called, "Your journey has only begun." The words, spoken in the language of dreams, resonated with a truth that the traveler could not deny. They knew then that the oasis was no mere mirage, but a reality waiting just beyond the veil of their doubts. And so, under the watchful gaze of the stars, the traveler walked on, following the call that echoed in the depths of their soul, towards the destiny that awaited at the Enchanted Oasis. As the moon climbed higher, casting its ethereal glow across the dunes, the traveler's steps grew heavy with fatigue. The voice that had whispered to them through the wind seemed to have fallen silent, leaving them alone in the vast, silent expanse of the desert. Just as doubts began to cloud their heart once more, the figure emerged from the shadows of the night, standing upon a dune with the grace of one who walks not upon sand, but upon the surface of a calm sea. The figure was cloaked in robes that shimmered with the colors of the night sky, their face obscured by a veil that seemed woven from the very essence of the desert. Seeker. They spoke, their voice a melody that resonated with the same ancient cadence as the one that had called to the traveler before. You walk the path of the chosen, yet the way forward is not one you can traverse alone. The traveler, weary yet wary, eyed the stranger. "Who are you?" they asked, their voice hoarse from the desert air. "I am but a guide," replied the figure, sent by the oasis itself to lead those who have heard its call. With a gesture, the guide beckoned the traveler to follow. "Come, for the night is fleeting, and the trials that await will not suffer the light of day. There's no other light to guide them, and the promise of the oasis still burning bright in their heart." The traveler followed. They walked through valleys of sand, over dunes that seemed like frozen waves in a sea of gold. All the while, the guide spoke of the oasis, of its guardian, and of the trial that awaited those who sought its healing waters. The oasis you seek is protected by a guardian, an entity as ancient as the desert itself. The guide explained. To reach the waters, you must first prove your worth. For the oasis offers its gift only to those who possess the strength of heart and purity of spirit. The traveler listened, absorbing the tales of those who had come before, of seekers who had failed and those few who had succeeded. With each step, the weight of their quest grew heavier. Yet so too did their resolve. As dawn began to break, painting the sky in shades of pink and orange, the traveler and their guide reached the edge of a great chasm. Here, the sands fell away into darkness, and across the vast expanse, the first light of morning revealed the silhouette of the oasis, a verdant paradise suspended in a line of shadow and light. "This is the edge of the world," the guide said, stopping at the brink of the chasm. "To cross, you must first face the guardian's riddle. Answer truthfully, and the path will open. Falter, and you shall find no passage." The traveler looked across the chasm at the oasis that seemed so close, yet impossibly far. They turned to their guide, questions burning in their heart, but found themselves alone once more. The guide had vanished, as if swallowed by the desert itself, leaving only the words lingering in the air, with the first rays of the sun warming their back. The travelers stepped forward, ready to face the guardian's riddle and to prove their worth, for they knew now that the Enchanted Oasis was no mere legend, but a reality that lay within their grasp, if only they could overcome the trials set before them. The desert whispered once more, a voice that seemed both within them and all around. "Seeker, or are you ready to reveal the truth of your heart?" As the first light of dawn stretched across the desert, painting the sands with hues of gold and amber, the traveler found themselves standing at the brink of an immense chasm. It was as if the earth had opened up, revealing a vast void that separated the mortal world from a realm of untold mysteries. Before them, across this great divide, lay the oasis, a mirage made manifest, lush and inviting, yet achingly out of reach. The guide, a presence both comforting and enigmatic, had vanished as suddenly as they had appeared, leaving behind a silence that echoed with the weight of unspoken promises. The traveler, now alone at the edge of this world, felt the gravity of their journey settling upon their shoulders. The oasis, with its promise of healing and renewal, lay just beyond the chasm, but the way forward was a mystery, hidden by forces beyond their understanding. As the sun rose higher, its light revealing the depths of the chasm, the traveler noticed patterns in the sand at their feet. They were not random markings, but deliberate. A message or a map, perhaps. Perhaps left by the guide or by the guardian of the oasis itself. The patterns seemed to dance and shift, pointing towards the chasm, towards a path unseen. With cautious steps, the traveler approached the edge, the ground beneath them firm yet somehow alive, as if it beat with the rhythm of the earth. It was here at the precipice of the unknown that the air shimmered and the guardian of the oasis revealed itself. The guardian was not a creature of flesh and blood, but of sand and wind, a being but embodied the essence of the desert. It rose from the chasm, a towering figure that blazed with the light of the rising sun, its eyes deep pools of ancient wisdom. "Seeker," the guardian's voice echoed, a sound that was both within and all around. "You stand at the edge of the world, where the realms of the seen and the unseen converge. To cross this divide, you must prove your worth, for the oasis does not yield." The traveler, though daunted by the presence of the guardian, felt a spark of determination ignite within their heart. They had faced many challenges, had walked through valleys of shadow and mountains of despair, but the promise of the oasis, of a chance to begin anew, drove them forward. "I seek the healing waters of Oasis, not for myself." The traveler responded, their voice steady, though their heart raced with a mix of fear and anticipation. The guardian regarded the traveler, its gaze piercing the veils of doubt and fear. "Your journey has been long, and your spirit bears the scars of trials endured. Yet, before you can cross to the oasis, you must face the trials I set before you. Only then will the path open, and the healing waters be yours to reclaim." With those words, the ground before the traveler shifted, revealing a bridge of light that spanned the chasm. It was a path of trials, a journey within a journey that would test the traveler's courage, resolve, and the purity of their intent. As the bridge solidified, The garden's form began to fade. Motion went slower with the sand. And the good wind, ye the hear whisper, with ye citron, and the charter would wide. The travel at Charlie and Blade. It was a leap of faith, a step into the unknown, but for the promise of the oasis, for the chance to heal and to be healed, it was a step they were willing to take. And so, with the light of the dawn as their beacon, the traveler began their crossing, the edge of the world behind them, and the trials of the guardian ahead, their journey through the heart of the desert moving towards its heart. With the first step taken onto the bridge of light, the traveler felt the world shift around them. The vast chasm beneath seemed to fall away, leaving only the path forward and the endless sky above. It was as if they had entered another realm, one where the rules of the mortal world no longer applied. The air was charged with a palpable energy, vibrating with the echoes of ancient magic. The guardian's voice returned, filling the space around the traveler with a resonance, what seemed to come from the very air itself. To reach the oasis, you must first unlock the gate that guards its heart. Answer my riddle, and the way shall be open to you. Fail, and you shall return to the desert, your quest unfulfilled. The traveler listened intently as the guardian closed its reading gun. In the day I am unseen, but at night I glow bright. I can lead you to wonder, or guide you home right. What am I? The traveler paused, the words of the riddle echoing in their mind. They looked up at the sky, now darkening as if night had suddenly fallen upon this strange realm, and saw the stars beginning to twinkle above. The answer came to them in a whisper, as if carried by the wind itself. The stars. As the word left their lips, a soft light began to emanate from a bridge beneath their feet, illuminating the path ahead with a gentle glare. The guardian's voice returned, now imbued with a warmth that had not been there before. Correct, Seeker. The stars have guided many to their destiny, just as they have guided you to the next stage of your journey. With the riddle solved, the traveler felt a sense of accomplishment, but they knew that this was only the beginning. The path ahead seemed to stretch on indefinitely, leading them deeper into this realm of trials. Yet, with each step, the promise of the oasis seemed to draw nearer, its promise of healing and renewal a beacon in the darkness. As the traveler continued forward, the landscape around them began to change. The ethereal bridge gave way to solid ground, and they found themselves standing at the edge of a vast desert plain, under a night sky illuminated by countless stars. It was a reflection of the desert they had left behind, yet imbued with a sense of otherworldliness. The guardian's voice, now distant, spoke once more. Your next trial awaits. Seeker, here, you must face your fears and prove your courage. Only then will you be deemed worthy to enter the oasis. The traveler looked across the plain and saw, in the distance, a figure standing alone. It was a silhouette, dark against the starlit sky, a representation of the challenges to come. With a deep breath, they began to walk towards it, each step taking them closer to their goal and to the heart of their own fears. The night was silent around them, the only sound the soft whisper of the sand beneath their feet. It was a moment of introspection, a journey within as much as it was a journey across this magical realm. The traveler pondered their journey, the trials they had faced, and the trials yet to come. Knowing that the path to healing was not just a physical one, but a journey of the soul, a quest to find peace within the turmoil of life. And as they walked, the figure in the distance began to grow clearer, a test of courage that they must face alone. But the traveler was not daunted. They had come too far, faced too much, to turn back now. With the stars as their guide and the promise of the oasis in their heart, they moved forward, ready to face whatever challenges lay ahead. Under the cloak of an otherworldly night, the traveler approached the figure standing alone on the vast plain. As they drew nearer, the figure resolved into a mirror, its surface shimmering with a light that seemed to emanate from within. It stood, a solitary sentinel in the desert, reflecting not the night sky above, but an image of the traveler themselves. The guardian's voice, now a gentle murmur in the breeze, spoke again. The first trial began. To proceed on your journey, you must confront what the mirror reveals. Many have faced this trial, but few have seen it through. For it requires you to confront your deepest fears and doubts. The traveler stood before the mirror, their reflection gazing back at them with an intensity that pierced through to their soul. The desert around them fell silent, waiting, as if holding its breath. Then the surface of the mirror rippled, and the image changed. No longer did it show the traveler as they were. It revealed moments of their past. Challenges faced, losses endured, in times when they had felt most alone. Each memory played out in vivid detail, the tapestry of pain and perseverance that are linked into this very moment. The traveler watched, heart heavy with the weight of their memories, as the mirror forced them to relive their moments of doubt and fear. It was a trial designed to test their resolve, to break from her, to forge them stronger in the fires of their own trials. Yet, as they stood there, a realization dawned upon the traveler. These memories, these reflections of their past, were not just reminders of pain and loss, but also of strength and resilience. Each challenge faced, each obstacle overcome, had brought them closer to the person they were today, standing on the brink of the unknown, ready to face whatever lay ahead. With this realization, the traveler reached out and touched the surface of the mirror. It was cool to the touch, and as their fingers met the glass, the images began to fade, replaced once again by their own reflection. But now, they saw themselves differently, not as a collection of past haunts, but as a person of strength, shaped by their experiences but not defined by them. The guardian's voice returned, now filled with a note of approval. You've seen through the illusion, Seeker. The past may shape us, but it does not define us. Your strength lies not in forgetting your trials, but in embracing them, learning from them, and moving forward with courage. As the words faded, the mirror dissolved into the sand, leaving no trace behind, such a fit them. The trial had ended, but the journey was far from over. Before them, the desert stretched out, transformed. Where once there was only sand, now there was a path, illuminated by the stars above, leading towards the heart of the oasis. The traveler took a deep breath, feeling the weight of their past trials lift, replaced by a sense of purpose and anticipation. With renewed determination, they stepped forward onto the path. each step taking them closer to the oasis and the healing it promised. The night air was cool on their skin, the stars bright in the sky, guiding them onwards. The trial had tested them, but it also revealed a truth. That within them lay the strength to face any challenge, to overcome any obstacle. And so, with the first trial behind them, the traveler moved forward, towards the next challenge, towards the oasis, and towards the destiny that awaited them after the trial by the mirror. The traveler's path unfurled, like a ripple under the moon's watchful eye, guiding them through the whispering sighs. The desert, once a vast expanse of solitude, now felt like a companion, its every dune telling tales of the ancient Emir king. The stars overhead, bright and clear, seemed to celebrate the traveler's victory over their past, illuminating the way forward with celestial light. As dawn painted the horizon with hues of amber and gold, the traveler crested, a final doom to behold a sight that made their heart pause. A yearning oasis, rare of the world, its presence impossible and dust. Palm trees swayed gently, their fronds whispering secrets of the ages, and in Bristol, near waters mirrored the awakening sky, promising relief and rejuvenation. But between the traveler and the oasis stood the guardian, no longer a voice in the wind, but a fitted and cousin stature. You have passed the first of your trials, the guardian intoned, voice resonant with the power of the oasis. Yet, before you may partake of these healing waters, you must face two more challenges, which will test the strength of your heart and the purity of your intent. The traveler, wary yet determined, nodded in acceptance. They had come too far to falter now, driven by a need that went beyond the physical. The ailments they sought to heal were not just their own, but those of a loved one, a burden of hope and desperation that had carried them across the endless sands. A second trial waits within the heart of the oasis. The guardian continued, gesturing towards a path that wound its way between the trees and flowers, leading to a part of the oasis shrouded in mist. There you will find the pool of reflection. Gaze into its waters, and let the depths reveal what lies within your heart. Only by confronting the truth of your own reflection can you move forward. With a deep breath, the traveler steps past the guardian, their feet finding the soft, cool grass of the oasis. The air here was alive with the sound of running water and the sweet scent of blossoms, a stark contrast to the arid silence of the desert they had traversed. The path before them was clear, and with each step, the mists that veiled the heart of the oasis seemed to withdraw, inviting them deeper into its mysteries. As they reached the pool of reflection, the world seemed to hold its breath. The pool, surrounded by flowering plants and under the gentle shade of palm trees, was as still as glass, its surface undisturbed by wind or wave. The traveler approached heart heavy with anticipation and looked down into the water. The reflection that met their gaze was not what they expected. Instead of their own visage, the pool revealed scenes of their journey, the challenges faced, the moments of despair and triumph, and the faces of those they were fighting to save. Each image rippled across the water's surface, a testament to the traveler's resolve and the purity of their intent. Understanding dawned, and with it, a sense of peace. The trial was not one of vanity or self-obsession, but a recognition of acknowledging the journey, the sacrifices made, and the love that drove them forward. Tears blurred the traveler's vision, not of sorrow, but of gratitude. For their oasis had shown the truth of their heart, unwavering love and the willingness to face any trial for those they held dear. As the last image faded from the pool, the mists around the oasis lifted, revealing the path forward. The guardian's voice, now warm with approval, spoke once more. You have seen true, and your heart has proven pure. The final trial awaits, the trial of courage, where you must face the guardian of the oasis itself. Only then can you claim the healing you seek. With a pool of reflection behind them, the traveler pressed on, their spirit buoyed by the process's affirmation of their journey's worth. The final trial loomed ahead, but they were ready, armed with the strength of their heart and the clarity of their purpose. Chapter 2. The Heart of the Oasis. Having passed the trials of reflection and courage, the traveler was granted access to the very heart of the oasis, where the healing waters flowed. This was a place of profound tranquility, untouched by time, its beauty eternal and serene. The air here was filled with a gentle hum, a melody that seemed to resonate with the very soul of the world. As the traveler approached the water's edge, they could feel its power, a palpable energy that stirred something deep within. The guardian had spoken of healing, of relief from all ailments, but standing here, the traveler realized it was so much more. It was about connection, about the delicate thread that links all life, a reminder of the world's ancient magic. With a reverence born of their journey, the traveler knelt by the water and clipped their hands, bringing the liquid to their lips. It was cool, refreshing, and as it flowed through them, they felt its power seeping into every fiber of their being. Physical ailments, the weariness of their long journey, the aches and pains born from trials fought, all melted away, leaving behind a sense of vitality and strength they had not known for years. But it was not just physical ailments that the waters addressed. As the travelers sat by the pool, they felt a lifting of the heart, a release of burdens carried for too long. Memories of pain, of loss, and of fear came to the surface, not to torment, but to be acknowledged and being released, carried away by the waters that seemed to understand and accept all. The oasis did not judge. It healed. It offered a sanctuary, not just from the physical trials of the world, but from the emotional ones as well. In its waters, the traveler found a peace long forgotten, a calmness that filled them, whispering of new beginnings and of the strength to face whatever lay ahead. As the day waned and the stars began their nightly vigil, the traveler remained by the pool, lost in thought. The healing they had experienced was not just of the body but of the soul. They had come seeking a cure for a physical ailment, but what they found was something far more profound. A healing of the heart, a reminder of their place in the tapestry of life, and a sense of peace that would stay with them. The guardian watched from a distance, a silent sentinel. There was a knowing look in their eyes, for they had seen many come and go, each seeking something, each leaving with what they needed, even if it was not what they had initially sought. The oasis offered many things to many people, but to all, it offered healing, and in that healing, a chance to begin anew. As night fell, the oasis seemed to glow with an inner light, the waters shimmering under the moon's gentle gaze. The traveler, now healed in body and spirit, looked upon the scene with a heart full of gratitude. The journey had been long, the trails many. But here, in the heart of the oasis, they had found what they had been seeking all along, a sense of peace, of belonging, and of connection to the world around them. Some all that bring the tale of the guardian, the history of this magical place, and the next steps on the traveler's journey. But for now, there was only the night, the stars, and the gentle whisper of the oasis. A reminder of the magic that exists in the world for the one is brave enough to seek it. As the first light of dawn painted the sky in scoops of pink and gold, the traveler found the guardian waiting for them. The air around them shimmered with the unseen magic that kept the oasis alive. The time had come for the next part of their journey to hear the tale of the oasis, its origins, and the purpose it served in the vast desert. The guardian led the traveler to a secluded spot within the oasis, where ancient stones marked a circle, their surfaces worn smooth by the passage of time. Here, the guardian began their tale, their voice carrying the weight of centuries. Long ago, before the sands claimed these lands, there was a kingdom here, lush and thriving. But as time passed, the world changed, the rivers dried up, and the land turned to desert. The kingdom fell, its people scattered, but the magic that once filled this land did not die. It retreated, concentrating in this single spot, giving birth to the oasis. The traveler listened, captivated by the tale of resilience and transformation. The guardian spoke of ancient magicians who, seeing the encroaching desolation, had woven a spell of protection and healing around the oasis, ensuring it would be a sanctuary for those in need. This magic was anchored to the land through sacred stone, the heart of the oasis which pulsed with life-giving energy. The magicians are long gone, the guardian continued, but their magic lives on through me. I was chosen to protect this place, to ensure its powers are used wisely, and to guide those who seek its healing. The trials you faced were designed to test your heart, for only those with pure intentions can truly benefit from the magic of the oasis. The traveler felt a deep sense of gratitude towards the guardian, understanding now the depth of their commitment. The guardian was not just a protector of the oasis, but of its legacy, a keeper of ancient magic in a world that had forgotten its wonders. As the tale concluded, the guardian fixed their gaze on the traveler. The magic of the oasis is a rare gift, one that must be respected and protected. It has the power to heal. Yes, but also to reveal truths, to open hearts, and to change lives. Your journey here is part of a larger tapestry, woven with threads of hope, courage, and love. The words struck a chord within the traveler, who now saw their journey in a new light. It was not just about seeking healing, but about reconnecting with the magic of the world, about remembering the bonds that linked all living things. With the guardian's tale fresh in their mind, the traveler understood that their journey was far from over. There were still trials to face, lessons to learn, and a final test of will that would determine their true strength. But armed with the knowledge of the possessors and purpose, they felt prepared for whatever lay ahead. As they rose to continue their journey, the guardian's voice followed them. Remember, the magic of the oasis is a reflection of the magic within you. It is your heart, your will, and your love that will guide you through the trials to come. With a renewed sense of purpose, the travelers set their sights on the next trail, ready to face whatever reflections of the heart awaited them in the healing waters of the oasis. They understood now that the true journey was not just to seek healing, but to discover the depths of their own heart, to confront their past, and to find a peace that would guide them forward. After the guardian's tale, the traveler was led to a secluded part of the oasis, where the water seemed to mirror the sky above, perfectly capturing the shifting colors of dawn. The guardian explained that this pool served as the stage for the second trial, one that would test the travelers' emotional resilience and ability to confront and release the sorrows of the past. Here, you will face reflections of the heart, the guardian intoned, their voice serene yet carrying an undercurrent of solemnity. The waters will show you your deepest fears, your regrets, and the sorrows that have shaped your journey. To pass this trial, you must confront these reflections with courage and let them go, finding peace within yourself. With a nod of understanding, though with a heart heavy with apprehension, the traveler approached the pool. Peering into its depths, they found not the reflection of their own face, but the swirling mist of memories long buried, faces of loved ones lost, opportunities missed, and paths not taken materialized before their eyes, each accompanied by a pang of old grief or a whisper of regret. The experience was disorienting. Confronting the pain of these memories was as sharp as ever, each one a dose from the past that had never truly been laid to rest. But the traveler remembered the guardian's words, the promise of healing, and need to release these burdens to move forward, drawing on a well of inner strength I scarcely knew they possessed. The traveler began to address each memory, acknowledging the pain, the loss, and the regret, but also working the glance at lessons. With each acknowledged memory, the waters of the pool seemed to shimmer more brightly, the reflections becoming less tormenting and more like old stories being told for the last time. Hours passed, or perhaps it was moments. Time seemed to hold a little meaning in this place of magic and reflection. Eventually, the traveler found themselves looking into calm waters, once more, their own reflection staring back at them. It changed somehow. The weight of the past had lifted, the shadows in their eyes replaced by a light of understanding and peace. The guardian, who had been watching silently from the shore, nodded in approval. You have faced the reflections of the heart with bravery and compassion. The waters have cleansed you of the burdens you carried, leaving your heart lighter and your spirit ready for the trials to come. As the traveler stepped back from the pool, they felt a profound sense of release. The emotional wounds that had once defined their journey had been confronted unheeded, not by erasing the past, but by accepting it and finding strength from the lessons learned. A trial had been a journey within itself, a confrontation with the deepest parts of their soul. But it had ended with the gift, a realization that healing was not just about moving past pain. but about growing through it, transforming it into wisdom and peace. With the second trial completed, the traveler knew that their journey through the oasis was leading them not just to physical healing, but to a deeper, more profound restoration of the soul. The guardian's promise of healing was being fulfilled in ways the traveler had not anticipated. Each trial a step not just towards recovery, but towards a greater understanding of themselves and their place in the world. As the day gave way to evening, and the oasis began to glow with the light of countless stars, the traveler prepared for the night ahead. A time of reflection under the enchanted sky. The trials had tested them, but they had also revealed strengths and depths of character they had not known they possessed. With each step, the traveler was becoming more than they had been. Their journey through the oasis a transformation of both body and spirit. After the emotionally transformative experience at the pool of reflection, the traveler was invited by the guardian to spend a night under the Caucasus's enchanted sky. A celestial dome that promised insight and fortitude for the final trial that awaited him. As twilight deepened into night, the oasis transformed. The air cooled and a symphony of night sounds emerged, a gentle reminder that their oasis teemed with unseen life. The traveler found a spot on a small knoll where the grass seemed to cushion and the earth itself offered a welcoming embrace. Above, the stars began their nightly performance, a dazzling array of lights that pierced the veil of darkness with their brilliance. The guardian had spoken of this night as a gift, a moment of celestial spectacle that few were privileged to witness, a time when the stars aligned in patterns that told the ancient stories of the world. As the traveler lay back, their eyes fixed on the heavens, they felt a profound sense of smallness amidst the vastness of the cosmos. Yet, this did not bring fear or loneliness. Rather, it instilled a sense of connection to the universe, a realization that every soul, every life, was part of a grander tapestry, woven through entire space. The stars seemed to dance, tracing patterns that the traveler's heart understood, even if their mind could not. These were the stories of creation and destruction, of love and loss, of heroes and the trials they faced. It was as if the sky itself was speaking, offering wisdom and strength through its ageless tales. In the quiet of the night, with the oasis sleeping around them, the traveler found her thoughts drifting to the trials they had faced, not just in the oasis, but throughout their life. A night under the stars offered a different kind of reflection, not one of sorrow or regret, but of understanding and acceptance. Each challenge, each setback, had been a step on the path that led them here, to this moment of peace and wonder under the enchanted sky. The guardian had been right. This night was a gift, a pause in the journey that offered not just rest but insight. The stars in their silent wisdom reminded the traveler that no journey was taken alone, that every heartache carried the seed of growth, and that strength came from facing the darkness with hope and courage. As dawn approached, heralding the end of the celestial spectacle, the traveler felt a shift within. The night under the stars had fortified their resolve, arming them with a sense of purpose and a renewed determination to face the final trial. It had been a night of magic, of stories whispered by the universe, and of a deep, unspoken connection to the world and its infinite mysteries. Rising with the first light of dawn, the traveler looked back at the oasis, Its waters calm and its palms swaying gently in the morning breeze. The trials faced and the healing found here had changed them, not just in body but in spirit. The oasis had offered a sanctuary, a place of confrontation and reflection, but also of profound growth and healing. As they prepared to face the final trial, the traveler knew they were not the same person who had entered the oasis. They carried with them the lessons of the stars, the wisdom of the guardian, and the healing magic of the waters. Whatever the final trial might bring, they were ready. Their heart was strengthened by the journey they had undertaken. The oasis, with its ancient magic and its guardian's watchful care, had prepared them for this moment. As the sun rose, casting its golden light across the desert, the travelers stepped forward, ready to face the test of will, the culmination of their journey in the heart of the oasis. As the night of the ninth day in Bedtime Oasis, the tideless journey met them. The time had come to unveil the source of the poesy's remarkable power, a secret that had been closely guarded through the ages. The guardian led the traveler to a secluded grove, where the air seemed to hum with a quiet energy, and the light filtered through the leaves in a tapestry of gold and green. At the center of the grove stood an ancient tree, its branches heavy with the weight of countless years, its roots delving deep into the sacred earth. Beneath this tree, partially veiled by the shadows and the light, lay a stone of such radiant beauty that it seemed to capture the very essence of the oasis itself. The traveler approached the stone, feeling a pull towards it, a connection that resonated deep within their soul. The stone pulsed with a gentle light, its surface warm to the touch, and as they laid their hands upon it, a rush of emotions and memories flooded through him, moments of joy and sorrow, of pain and healing, intertwined in the fabric of their journey. The stone is alive, the guardian continued, imbued with the magic of the ancients, sustained by the belief and will of those it heals. It is a reflection of the universe itself, of the eternal time, nearness of all things. Its power is not just to heal the body, but to restore the spirit, to reconnect us with the essence of who we are. The revelation of the Oasis is sacred. Was a moment of profound understanding for the traveler. They realized that their journey, every trail, and every step taken in the oasis had been leading them to this moment of connection with the ancient magic that pulsed at the very heart of the world. The stone also requires a guardian. The voice of the guardian broke through the traveler's reverie. Someone to protect it and ensure its magic remains a force for good. For generations, this duty has been passed down, and the oasis has remained a sanctuary, untouched by the ravages of time and the greed of those who would seek to exploit its power. The traveler looked up, meeting the guardian's gaze, understanding the weight of the responsibility that accompanied the oasis' secret. The guardian was not just a protector, but a steward of a legacy that transcended time. A keeper of a magic that was both ancient and infinitely precious. As you face the final trial, the guardian said, their tone shifting to one of encouragement. Remember the lessons of the stone. Your strength comes not from overcoming the world alone, but from the connection to it, from the understanding that every living being shares a bond, a thread of magic that unites us all. with the superb oasis revealed. The trials they had faced were not merely challenges, but lessons in understanding the deeper truths of existence, of the interdependence of life and the power of healing that lay with them and all around them. As they left the grove, stepping back into the light of the day, the traveler carried with them the knowledge of the Kartsis's heart, a sacred trust that would guide them to the final trial and beyond. The journey through the oasis had been transformative, a path to healing not just of the body but of the soul, a reminder of the ancient magic that flows through the world, waiting to be rediscovered by those who seek with a pure heart. The morning after the revelation of the Kartsis's secret, the traveler stood at the edge of a vast expanse of desert that stretched beyond the oasis, its sands shimmering under the early sunlight. The guardian's voice broke the silence, bringing the traveler's focus back to the task at hand. The final trial waits you, they said, their tones somber yet encouraging. This is the test of will, a journey across the desert to retrieve a sacred object placed at the top of the mountain of resolve. Only those with the truest determination and the purest heart can withstand the desert, ace challenges, and reach a mountain's peak. The traveler listened intently, understanding that this trial would demand more than physical strength. It would require an indomitable will to persevere against the overwhelming forces of nature and self-doubt. The guardian handed the traveler a small empty vial. To complete the trial, you must fill this vial with water from the spring at the mountain summit. The journey will test you, but remember, the strength you need is already within you. With a nod of determination, the traveler set out across the desert. The sand beneath their feet was loose and hot, making each step a struggle. As the sun climbed higher, the heat became almost unbearable, a relentless force that threatened to drain the traveler's resolve. Memories of the Oasis, and the cool waters, and the shade of its palms seemed like distant dreams in the harsh desert landscape that the traveler pressed on. Drawing the lessons learned in the oasis, they remembered the healing waters, the night under the stars, and the secret of the ancient stone, each step fueled by the determination to prove their worth and complete the journey. The desert was unforgiving, its winds howling like ancient spirits challenging the traveler's presence. As the day turned into night, the desert transformed. The temperature dropped sharply, and the traveler navigated by the stars, those same celestial guides that had watched over their night in the oasis. Despite the physical exhaustion, there was a clarity of purpose that kept the traveler moving forward, a deep-seated belief in their ability to overcome the obstacles that lay ahead. A mountain of resolve loomed in the distance, its peak shrouded in the early morning mist. The final ascent was steep and treacherous, the mountainous slopes offering no mercy to the weary. Yet, with each step, the traveler felt a surge of strength, a testament to the trials faced. The journey through the desert had not only been a test of physical endurance, but a profound journey of self-discovery. Upon reaching the summit, the traveler found the spring, its waters clear and cool, a stark contrast to the desertness barren expanse. Filling a vial, they paused, taking in the view from the mountain's peak. The desert below, mounts a vast, insurmountable obstacle, now seemed a testament to Yumi's purpose. Each grain of sand a reminder of the lessons learned and the trials overcome. The return to the oasis was a journey of reflection, the traveler's heart filled with a sense of accomplishment and a deeper understanding of their own strength and will. The guardian greeted them with a smile, a recognition of the journey, significance in the transformation it had wrought. The test of will was not just a trial to be overcome, the guardian said as they accepted the vial of water, but a path to understanding the depth of your own courage and determination. You have shown that the greatest strength lies within, in the will to face the challenges of the world and emerge stronger for them. The completion of the final trial marked the end of the traveler's journey through the oasis. But it was also a beginning, a newfound awareness of their capabilities, and an unbreakable will that had carried them through the trials. The oasis, with its ancient magic and its guardian's wisdom, had offered not just healing, but a profound transformation. A journey that would remain a part of the traveler's soul, guiding them wherever the path might lead next. Chapter 3: The Return Journey. In the cool serenity of dawn, with the oasis bathed in the soft light of the rising sun, the traveler and the guardian stood at the edge of the water, the silence between them filled with a profound sense of understanding and respect. The trials of the oasis had been surmounted, each challenge a step on the path to deeper self-discovery, and now the time had come to the traveler to prepare for the journey home. The guardian, whose presence had been both a guide and a protector, turned to the traveler with a gaze that bore a weight of unspoken knowledge. You have faced the trials of the oasis and emerged with its wisdom. The guardian began, their voice resonant with the tranquility of the surrounding nature. But the final lesson is perhaps the most important of all. The traveler listened, the experiences of the oasis etched deeply into their being, each trial a memory that carried with it a lesson learned. The true power of the oasis, the guardian continued, lies not in its waters or in the magic of its stones. It is a reflection of the strength and resilience that resides within you, within each of us. The oasis is a metaphor for the human spirit, a reminder that in the heart of every individual lies the capacity to heal, to overcome, and to grow beyond the challenges we face. The words struck a chord within the traveler, a realization that the journey through the oasis had been as much about discovering their own inner strength as it had been about the physical trials. The enchanted night sky, the ancient external manifestations of the power that each person carries within, the ability to confront and conquer their own fears, sorrows, the wisdom of the oasis. The guardian added, is a gift that you carry with you as you return to the world beyond. It is a beacon of hope and a source of strength that you can draw upon in times of need. Remember the trials you have faced, the lessons you have learned, and know that the same resilience that carried you through the oasis will guide you through the challenges to come. The traveler nodded, the guardian's words a balm to the soul, imbuing them with a sense of purpose and clarity. The oasis had been a crucible, transforming into its trials. But the journey did not end with the return to the world outside. It was a beginning, a promise of the continuous journey of growth and self-discovery that lay ahead. As the time for departure drew near, the guardian bestowed upon the traveler a small talisman, a token of the oasis's magic and a reminder of the journey undertaken. This will serve as a reminder of your time here, of the trials you have overcome and the wisdom you have gained. Carry it with you as a symbol of your inner strength and the resilience of the human spirit. With a heart full of gratitude, the traveler embraced the guardian, a gesture that transcended words, a farewell that carried with it the power. Turning towards the path that led away from the oasis, the traveler took a moment to look back. The beauty of the oasis, a vivid image that would remain forever etched in memory. The journey back to the world beyond the oasis was a reflection of the journey within, a testament to the enduring power of the human spirit. The traveler returned not just as a seeker of healing, but as a bearer of the Oasis's final wisdom, a source of light and strength in a world fraught with challenges. The oasis, with its ancient magic and timeless trials, remained a sanctuary, not just a place on a map, but a symbol of the journey every soul undertakes in the quest for healing, understanding, and growth. The final wisdom of the oasis was a gift, a legacy that the traveler would carry forward, a reminder that the truest source of power lies within, in the strength and resilience of the human spirit.
In the tranquil dawn, as the first light of day painted the sky in hues of pink and orange, the guardian of the oasis stood beside the traveler, their silhouette outlined against the awakening landscape.
The air was filled with a sense of completion, a chapter closing, yet also the beginning of something new, something profound. The traveler had faced the trials of the oasis, each one a step towards deeper understanding and personal growth. Now, as they prepared to leave this place of magic and healing, the guardian had one last gift to bestow. You have journeyed far and learned much. The guardian began, their voice a gentle echo in the quiet morning. The trials you have faced here have prepared you for the world beyond, but you not leave empty-handed. From their robe, the guardian produced a small vial, its glass catching the moonlight and reflecting it in a spectrum of colors. Was filled with water from the oasis, clearly shimmering, the tangible piece of the Oasis's magic. This vial contains the essence of the oasis, the guardian explained, placing it in the traveler's hand. It is a symbol of healing and hope, a reminder of the strength you found within yourself and the journey you have undertaken. Carry it with you into the world as a beacon of light, to remind you of the lessons learned and the trials overcome. The traveler held the vial, feeling its weight and the coolness of the glass. It was a small thing, yet it held within it the vastness of the experiences they had endured, the wisdom they had gained, and the healing they had witnessed. It was a testament to the power of the human spirit, to the capacity for growth and transformation in the face of adversity. As you return to your life beyond the oasis, remember that the journey does not end here. The guardian continued. The world is full of challenges and sorrows, but also beauty and joy. The healing waters of the oasis are a reminder that no matter the obstacles you face, you have within you the power to overcome them, to heal and to find peace. The traveler listened to the guardian's words settling deep within her heart. The oasis had been a place of refuge, a sanctuary where they had faced their deepest fears and found healing. Now, as they prepared to leave, they understood that the true sanctuary was not a place but a state of being, a peace and strength found within. The guardian's gift was more than a vial of water. It was a summary of the journey itself, of the trials faced and the lessons learned. It was a source of hope, a reminder that even in the darkest times, There is a light that shines within, a wellspring of resilience and courage. With a heart filled with gratitude, the traveler clasped the vial close, a precious link to the oasis and the transformative journey it had represented. The farewell was bittersweet, the parting from a place that had become a part of them, but also a beginning, a step forward into the future with new insight and strength. As the travelers set out on the return journey, the oasis receded into the distance, its magical lasting imprint on their soul. The path ahead was uncertain, fraught with the complexities and trials of life, but the traveler moved forward with a newfound resilience, the vow a constant reminder of the compass's gift, an enduring power of healing and hope. The journey from the oasis was not just a return to the familiar, but adventure into the unknown. Unarmed with the wisdom and strength gained from the trials faced, the traveler carried the oasis within, a beacon of light guiding them through the darkness, a source of strength in the challenges to come. The oasis's gift, a simple vial of water, symbolized the profound journey of the human soul, a journey of healing, discovery, and unbreakable will to persevere. With the first light of dawn cresting over the horizon, casting long shadows across the desert, the traveler stood at the edge of the oasis, ready to embark on the journey back to the world beyond the sand. The oasis, with its verdant groves and tranquil waters, had been a sanctuary, a place of healing and profound personal discovery. Now, with the guardian's gift securely tucked away, a vial of the oasis's water, a certainty of the journey, a Matral's sense of purpose and renewal that they had not possessed before. The desert, vast and unyielding, stretched out before them, its dunes like waves in a great, sandy sea. The journey through the desert had been daunting before, a test of endurance and will, but now it seemed different. The traveler felt a connection to the land, and understanding of its stark beauty, and the life that persisted beneath its harsh exterior. They set out, their steps steady and sure, guided by the knowledge that the strength they had found within the oasis was with them, a wellspring of resilience against the trials to come. The sun climbed higher, its rays beating down upon the desert, turning the air into a shimmering haze. The traveler pressed on, the lessons of the oasis fresh in their mind. They remembered the guardian's words, the reminder that the true power of the oasis lay not in its waters, but in the strength and resilience of the human spirit. With each step, the traveler drew upon that strength, facing the desert and challenges, not as insurmountable obstacles, but as opportunities for growth and perseverance. As the days passed, the traveler encountered the world beyond the sand, the towns and settlements that dotted the landscape, each a testament to the resilience of those who called the desert home. The travelers shared stories of the oasis, of the trials faced and the wisdom gained. In turn, they listened to the tales of others, stories of hardship and hope, of struggle and triumph. The vial of water from the oasis, a small but potent symbol of their journey, served as a reminder of the connections that bind us, the shared experiences that transcend the boundaries in time. The traveler found that the world beyond the sand was not so different from the oasis. Everywhere there were challenges to be faced, trials of the spirit and the heart. But there was also beauty, moments of joy and connection that illuminated the darkest of times. The traveler approached each day with a newfound openness, a willingness to learn and to grow, to offer it and to accept it in turn. The wisdom of the oasis, the understanding that strength lies within, guided them a beacon of hope in a world fraught with challenges. As the journey continued, the traveler saw the landscape change, the desert giving way to rolling hills and verdant fields, the horizon expanding with each step. The lessons of the oasis remained a constant companion, a source of strength and inspiration. The traveler understood now that the journey was not just about returning to the world beyond the sand, but about carrying the essence of the oasis with them, spreading its message of healing and resilience. The journey back through the desert was a testament to the transformative power of the oasis, a journey of the soul as much as the body. The traveler arrived back in the world, beyond the sand, not just as a survivor of the deserter's trials, but as a bearer of the Cochise' wisdom, a source of light and strength in a world in need of healing. The oasis, with its enchanted waters and ancient magic, remained a distant memory, a place of sanctuary and discovery. But its greatest gift was the journey itself, the realization that the true oasis lies within, in the strength and resilience of the human spirit, in the capacity to face the world's challenges with courage and to find beauty and hope in the most unlikely of places. The traveler's return to civilization marked not just the end of a physical journey across the vast and unforgiving desert, but also the culmination of a profound personal odyssey. The oasis, with its enchanted waters and wise guardian, had transformed them, imbuing them with a deeper understanding of themselves and the world around them. Now, back among the bustling streets and vibrant life of civilization, the traveler carried with him a sense of purpose and a promise made to the guardian to spread the terror of the Enchanted Oasis and the lessons learned within its verdant embrace. As they navigated the familiar yet somehow changed landscape of the city, the traveler felt a sense of dissonance. The rush of daily life, the noise and the chaos seemed at odds with the peace and tranquility of the oasis. Yet, within this contrast lay the essence of the promise they had made. The oasis's magic was not meant to be hoarded or hidden away, but shared, its lessons of healing, hope, and resilience a beacon to those navigating the complexities and challenges of life. The traveler began to share their story, at first to friends and family, then to anyone who would listen. They spoke of the vast desert and the oasis that lay hidden like a gem within its sands, of the trials they had faced, and the wisdom they had gained. They talked of the guardian, a timeless protector of the Cochise' magic, and the lessons of strength, courage, and compassion that had been imparted to them. With each telling, the traveler's story spread, igniting sparks of curiosity, hope, and inspiration among those who heard it. People were drawn not just to the tale of adventure and discovery, but to the deeper message it carried. But within each person lies an oasis of strength and resilience, a wellspring of healing and peace. It can be tapped into in times of need. The promise made to the guardian became a mission, a purpose, that drove the traveler to reach out, to connect with others in a way they never had before. They visited hospitals, schools, and gathering places, anywhere people sought solace and strength. The veil of water from the oasis, a tangible symbol of the journey, became a focal point of the traveler's tale, a reminder of the Cochise' reality, or what magic it held. That the traveler's message was not just about the oasis itself, but about the journey each person must undertake to find their inner strength and peace. They encouraged others to face their trials, to seek their own oasis, whether it be through personal growth, healing, or the pursuit of dreams. The story of Enchanted Oasis became a metaphor for the challenges and trials everyone faces, a reminder that even in the harshest of deserts, an oasis awaits those who dare to seek it. As the traveler's tale spread, it began to take on a life of its own, inspiring tales of hope and resilience in others. People shared their own stories of hardship and healing, of the oasis they had found within themselves, and the support and love of others. The promise made to the guardian to spread hope and healing was being fulfilled in ways the traveler had never imagined. In the end, the traveler realized that their journey to the oasis and back had been but the first step on a much longer path. The true journey was one of connection, of sharing and spreading the light of hope and the message of the oasis far and wide. The promise kept to the guardian had become a promise renewed with each telling of the tale, and vowed to continue spreading the message of hope, healing and resilience to all corners of the world. The Enchanted Oasis, once a distant dream, had become a symbol of the enduring human spirit, a testament to the power of hope and the unbreakable bonds of shared humanity. And the traveler, once a solitary figure in search of healing, had become a beacon of light, a keeper of the oasis's magic, sharing its message of hope and strength with the world. Seasons changed and years passed. The story of the traveler and the Enchanted Oasis transcended the bounds of a mere tale told in passing. It wove itself into the fabric of countless lives, becoming a legend that inspired others to embark on their own journeys of discovery and healing. The traveler, once a solitary figure seeking solace and understanding in the heart of the desert, had unknowingly sown the seeds of a legacy that would flourish long after their own footsteps had faded from the sands. The legend of the Enchanted Oasis spoke to the universal quest for meaning and redemption, resonating deeply with those who heard it. It was not just the allure of magical words, was it the guardian's wisdom that captured the imagination, but the transformative journey of the traveler themselves. The story became a beacon, guiding others to seek their own path to healing, understanding, to confront their fears and embrace their inner strength. In towns and cities, in quiet villages and bustling marketplaces, the tale was shared from person to person, each retelling adding to its depth and richness. It was recounted around campfires and in bedtime stories and books and songs, each iteration exploring the themes of courage, resilience, and the power of hope. The oasis, with its guardian and healing waters, became symbols of the enduring human spirit, of the capacity for renewal and growth in the face of adversity. Educators and healers, poets and philosophers, drew upon the legend in their teachings and writings, using it as a metaphor for the inner journey each person must undertake. The story served as a reminder that within every heart lies an oasis, a reserve of strength and peace that can be reached through introspection, compassion, and the courage to change. As the legend grew, so too did the number of those inspired to seek their own oasis. Some traveled to distant lands, spurred by a sense of adventure and the desire to discover the wonders of the world. Others embarked on a more introspective journey, seeking to heal the wounds of the past and forge a deeper connection with themselves and those around them. Regardless of the path chosen, the essence of the traveler's journey resonated with each person. The understanding that the search for healing and understanding is both a personal quest and a shared human experience. The legacy of the traveler extended beyond the tales and the lessons shared. It manifested in acts of kindness and compassion, in movements dedicated to healing and reconciliation, in the communities that formed around shared goals and aspirations. The spirit of the Oasis, with its promise of renewal and hope, inspired people to come together, to support one another in their individual journeys, and to work towards a future where the Oasis' magic was reflected in the world around them. Years turned into decades, and the traveler's story, enriched by the experiences and interpretations of those it touched, became a part of the collective consciousness. It served as a testament to the idea that even the simplest of stories can hold profound truths, that legends are not just tales of the past, but living narratives that shape and are shaped by the present. The legacy of the traveler and the Enchanted Oasis became, in essence, a legacy of humanity itself, a reminder of the interdependence of all lives, of the power of stories to heal, inspire, and transform. It stood as a beacon of hope in a world often fraught with challenges, a call to each person to find their own oasis, to nurture it and share its waters with those who thirst for healing and understanding. And so the traveler's journey, which had begun as a solitary quest for healing in the heart of the desert, evolved into a collective journey towards understanding and compassion, forever changing the lives of those who heard the tale and inspiring generations to come to seek their own peace. As the traveler prepared to depart from the Enchanted Oasis, their heart heavy net filled with newfound wisdom and strength, the guardian of the oasis stood by, a silent sentinel, against the backdrop of shimmering waters and lush greenery. This moment, poignant and filled with the bittersweet tone of farewells, marked the end of one journey and the beginning of another, not just for the traveler, but for the guardian as well. The guardian, an ageless entity bound to the oasis by ancient magic and a deep-seated vow of protection, watched the traveler with eyes that had seen countless seasons come and go. They had been the steward of this magical sanctuary for time immemorial, guiding those who are worthy to the healing waters and imparting the wisdom of the ages to those who sought it. And now, as they had done many times before, they prepared to bid farewell to another soul touched by the Oasis's magic. With a voice that resonated with the power of the earth and the softness of the whispering winds, the guardian spoke the parting words. Remember, the journey you have undertaken here is but a reflection of the greater journey within. The oasis has given you gifts beyond its healing waters, lessons of heart, strength, and spirit. Carry these with you, for they are now a part of who you are. The traveler, standing on the threshold of departure, turned to face the guardian, their eyes gleaming with unused tears and gratitude. I will carry them with honor, they vowed, their voice steady despite the emotion that threatened to overwhelm them. And I will share the tale of this place of its magic and its guardian with all who will listen. The world beyond these sands needs the hope that the oasis provides. The guardian nodded, a gesture of approval and respect. Then go forth, bearing the legacy of the oasis within you. Remember, though you leave its waters behind, the true oasis lies within your heart, a wellspring of strength, peace, and resilience that you can draw upon in times of need. As the traveler turned to leave, crossing the boundary that separated the oasis from the vast, unyielding desert beyond, the guardian remained, a steadfast figure gazing into the horizon. They knew that the world outside was full of challenges and trials, but they also knew that the traveler was now equipped to face them with a heart fortified by the experiences gained within the sanctuary of the oasis. The guardian then turned their attention back to the oasis, its waters glittering under the sun, the air filled with the gentle rustle of leaves, a soft murmur of flowing water. They were the eternal protector of this magical place, ready to welcome the next weary soul in search of healing and understanding. The cycle would continue as it always had, with each seeker bringing their own stories, their own hopes and fears to the healing embrace of the oasis. And so, as the guardian resumed their vigil, watching over the oasis with an ageless patience and wisdom, they knew that their purpose was not just to guard this place of magic, but to ensure that its gifts, the lessons of courage, healing, and hope, the Guardian's farewell was not just a goodbye to the traveler, but a beacon of guidance for the next worthy seeker. A promise that the oasis would always be a sanctuary for those in need, and a tender testament to the power of human and the system protected.